What began as an unremarkable evening at a local gathering turned into a pivotal moment that reshaped my existence. My spouse had urged us to join a modest neighborhood event, a relaxed affair with familiar faces, good food and casual conversation. I went along, anticipating nothing more than light-hearted banter and a pleasant night. Yet, as soon as we stepped through the door, an undercurrent of unease rippled through the room, hinting that this evening would be anything but ordinary. Initially, the atmosphere felt warm and familiar. My wife mingled with her friends, their chatter filled with local gossip, shared laughs and tales from their workplaces. I lingered nearby, attempting to engage, but soon noticed their humor taking an unexpected turn toward me. It started subtly, a playful jab here, a teasing comment there. But beneath the surface, a biting edge emerged, their smiles masking a sharpness that felt deliberate. I tried to dismiss it, convincing myself I was misreading the situation, perhaps being overly sensitive. Then the tone shifted further. One of her friends, in front of the entire gathering, made a pointed remark about my professional aspirations, implying I lacked drive. My wife joined in, her laughter amplifying the jab as she tossed in a sarcastic quip of her own. I stood there, stunned, a surge of anger and shame washing over me. A hush fell over the room, quickly replaced by a chorus of chuckles at my expense. My face burned, my chest constricted, and a wave of mortification engulfed me. I noticed uneasy glances among some guests, their discomfort palpable, yet no one intervened. The more I tried to play along, forcing a smile, the more their mockery intensified. They targeted my appearance, my interests, even my manner of speaking. I overheard my wife murmuring to her friends, egging them on, fueling their taunts. Each laugh felt like a wound to my pride. I was cornered, betrayed by the one person I trusted most, trapped in a moment that revealed a deeper truth. This wasn't mere teasing, it was about power. The intent was clear. They sought to diminish me, to publicly shame me into submission. Worst of all, my wife, who should have been my ally, reveled in the spectacle. My mind raced, torn between enduring the humiliation in silence or taking a stand. I chose to act. Rising slowly, I let the weight of my silence settle over the room. The laughter dimmed, replaced by curious stares. Locking eyes with my wife, I spoke, not with rage or sarcasm, but with steady, unshakable resolve. I declared our marriage over, stating that her behavior, and that of her friends, was intolerable, degrading, and a breaking point. I affirmed my worth, demanding respect over ridicule. The room fell still, the air thick with tension. My wife's expression morphed from amusement to disbelief, then to panic. She tried to speak, but I calmly interrupted, reiterating my decision to seek a divorce. Every word I uttered was precise, unwavering, and final. The anger had dissipated. In its place was clarity and determination. I had seized control. Her friends, once smug, now whispered among themselves, their faces clouded with guilt and discomfort. Some neighbors, standing at the room's edges, looked shocked, while others gave subtle nods, as if acknowledging the stand I'd taken against the cruelty they'd witnessed. I collected my belongings, walked to the exit, and stepped into the night. The crisp air hit me, bringing a sense of release, not just from the party, but from a dynamic that had eroded my spirit for too long. That evening was more than a public shaming, it was a revelation. It taught me that life is too precious to endure disrespect, that my self-worth is mine to defend. The next day, I contacted a lawyer to begin divorce proceedings. The path ahead promised challenges, emotional turmoil, legal complexities, and social repercussions, but I knew it was essential. I refused to allow anyone, especially someone I'd loved and trusted, to continue undermining me. I had reclaimed my dignity, and that was unshakable. In the weeks that followed, messages poured in from neighbors, acquaintances, and even near strangers. Some expressed shock at the events, others admiration for my resolve. But what mattered most was the freedom I felt. Freedom from mockery, from betrayal, and to live authentically. Reflecting on that night, I see it as a turning point. It showed me that staying silent in the face of degradation is no solution, and that standing up for oneself, though daunting, can transform everything. I lost a marriage, but I gained something far greater. my self-respect, and a renewed sense of agency. If you ever find yourself belittled, mocked, or controlled, let this story be a reminder. There is power in standing tall, in declaring that enough is enough. It's never easy, and it's rarely comfortable, but it's always worth it. That night, I didn't just leave a party. I walked away from disrespect, from ridicule, and from a life that no longer honored who I am. In that moment, I rediscovered something I hadn't felt in ages: true freedom.